It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Vikings and the Silver and Black coming up next.
On the return, Tyron Johnson. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go, Vikings.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's brought down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's a give to Madison running right. Uses the stiff arm. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play call.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Johnson now returning.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there for the Raiders. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Vikings' 19-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He'll swing this one out to Richard. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with the football here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Garoppolo, he's going to keep it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another first down run right there.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Touchdown, Vikings! Josh Oliver, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level. The quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Escaping the pressure right.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Kaepernick now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now here's Johnson.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission.
A 1st down and more for Jacobs. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right.
Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Vikings take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Madison running on first down. Powers through him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They fake the give. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Finding room to the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Raiders. Miles Boykin from 6 yards away. And the Raiders are back within a score. Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they...
This is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. His throw incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's complete to Adams. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He decided. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And able to complete it to Moreau. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
When you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs from 17 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Flush to his right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Making the catch, this is the tight end Oliver. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
KJ Osborne
there to make the grab.
And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Here comes Johnson on the return.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Get ready.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
The tackle by Denzel Perryman. A 3-yard pickup.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. Room here to run. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the whole...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Returning it, Johnson. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a give to Madison. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Kaepernick. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Kaepernick looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try to run with Madison. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Joseph's got it. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done. Johnson now to return it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like...
Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Alexander Madison taking it in from 7 yards. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Johnson now returning. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.